Today, I'm gonna show you guys how I shop for watches, how I determine a price that I'm willing to pay for a watch online. Because we all know the value of anything, any item, a person, let me stop. The value of anything is determined on what someone is willing to pay for, someone or a group of people. So I'm gonna show you guys the things I do, some of the things that I do to determine what I'm gonna pay for a watch. So guys, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the video. On whatever website or someone privately that I know want to sell their watch, or even at a dealer, sometimes you can negotiate prices based on what you see online with dealers. But first you need to do your research, and I'm going to show you guys what I do and what you guys may be able to do. And this is just a small part of what I do to figure it out. So the first website that I would go on is eBay. Now, we all know ebay.com. And what I would do is, let's say today we're searching for a Rolex Submariner 16610. I would search that. And a lot of things are determined based on what you filter. So on eBay, you can filter by the year, by the location, by depending on the specs of the watch, things of that nature. But what I go directly to doing is scrolling down to sold items. And that's where you really determine what someone or people out there are willing to pay for watches. Now, looking at a site like eBay, you have to consider the fees that's applied to these items on eBay. And I hate eBay for that reason, because they have high fees. So that being said, and considering those fees, you have to, move accordingly with the prices here that you see. So they're saying one sold for $10,749. Another one sold for $9,500. And as you go down, this price looks a little bit more nice in my eyes. $8,200, okay. And that was an auction where there was 24 bids. As we keep going down, I would overlook this, but okay, that was from Morocco. Okay, no bracelet. Doesn't seem like it has a movement in it. But this is how I go into it. Okay, there's a movement. But this was in Morocco, which sometimes, guys, you can really get deals outside of your country. So I'm in the US, but I've realized that pieces in Japan are lower. But once you go outside of your borders, your country's borders, you have to consider the fact that you'll have to pay import fees and taxes. And we all know, especially if you live in the US, we want to avoid paying taxes. But that's the first step, is going on eBay and checking the sold items and keeping it in mind. So I'll keep this screen open. All I'm seeing, this price is that's really appealing to me, starting with an 8. That's what I'm looking for now, starting with an 8 or below. So next site I'll go on is Chrono24. I love Chrono24. A lot of people hate it because Chrono24 is a site that's open. It opens the door for people who don't have a sense of value and pricing, and they'll put a Rolex Submariner Steel 16610 for $20,000, just to see if some idiot would buy it. And that kind of throws a lot of people off. And that part of it I don't like. So Chrono24 on the good side does have a good source to filter and break things down. It's ultimately the best platform, I believe, to sell watches on and buy watches for security reasons. They really determine whether or not a person that's selling a watch have that watch in their possession, and that's important to me. So now I just search Submariner 16610, and directly I go to breaking it down to my country, So United States, and then I'll go and narrow it down to low price to high price. Now this, you could compromise the condition of a watch by doing this, but it's good to start and see from the bottom, start from the bottom and work your way up. And sometimes you can get really some hidden gems at the low prices, because on Chrono 24, it's private sellers as well as dealers. So you never know someone that's privately trying to sell their watch, and you know, they just don't care, you know, and they just want to get whatever they want for it, and it could be a deal for you. So looking at this, getting a lot of views within 48 hours, and again starting with that 8. So you realize what I did. I transitioned from eBay, checking what was sold in the recent month or two, and now I'm on Chrono 24 and I'm seeing that 8. Now, don't just look at one, you know, definitely browse, see what's popular, check the condition, check the year. You could also filter down more to what you really what you want specifically. And that's the benefit of using Chrono 24. Sometimes it's saturated. It's just so much. And when I say supply and demand in the beginning, what Chrono 24 does for you is show you how much supply is there, especially in your country. So the US has the most available Submariners, this reference, for sale. And as you see, all these other countries is, you know, 1 digit, 2 digit, you know. Italy, of course, the mecca of watches, in my opinion. They have like some of the most classiest type of style, especially when people wear their watches. Italy is definitely there. Switzerland, 23. So you see the difference. The US, 344. So do your homework. This is what I'm pretty much trying to say with this video. And you can use these sources to kind of determine what you're willing to pay so that you don't get ripped off. And that's it. You just go through it. Sometimes you could change your filter if you want to go from high to low. Newest, popularity. Popularity is another option that I like, because that kind of shows what a lot of people are, you know, looking at. Some people do promote, but popular is as far as people, what they're actually looking at and what they're probably saving to go back on to probably purchase in the future. The next website, last but not least, I can't let you guys know all, but these 3, trust me, it'll help you out. But this next one is Watch Chart. Watch Chart here, this is the home screen. I'll go to watch value. You could search right here and get what you need, but there's another section where I'll show you guys soon that I also use. So once you search here, you can kind of see based on as of September 2021, this was the retail price, this is the market price of it back then, and the appraised value. You could get that estimate. But it also shows here almost like a stock chart, the price it's decreased within the last 6 months, which we like to see sometimes, guys. We like to see this is the time to buy and pick up those pieces that we wanted. And also this chart shows unsold and sold items and the actual prices that they were sold for. So it's good to see where, especially if you want to sell your watch as well, to see what's being sold, what people are really paying for watches, so you don't go out there and leave a watch on a website for sale and nobody's buying it. So this is a really good chart to show what is really being sold and what you should really pay for a watch, especially giving the dates to determine, hey, the market is down right now, don't do it, or it's high, you know. Check this website out, guys, and it's definitely going to be a tool to help you. And the last part of this website that I go to is watch appraisal. It's the same thing pretty much, but it kind of helps you break it down to condition. You say pre-owned or new, watch only or original box and papers. I'll go to watch only because I want to see the bottom line of these watches in North America, of course, and then I'll hit the appraisal, and it's telling me 97. I don't care about the last two numbers, but so 9,700, and that's just the estimate. But as we go down, we say the estimate range is again starting with that 8,000, 8,600. So by what I've seen so far, by these 3 websites that I've showed you guys, that 8 is where I'll be, you know, that ballpark. And honestly, I would start, it's best to start low. So if I see someone has a watch for sale, let's say they have it for 9,200, I'm gonna say, all right, 78, and work from there. Work my way up, give myself a cutoff, a max where I'll say, all right, I can't go no higher. And for me, I would say my no higher would be 8,500. So the max I'll pay for a Rolex Submariner 16610 today would be 8,500. So there you go, guys. That's how I'll determine the price of, let's say I was looking for a Submariner today. Hopefully you guys enjoy this content. Hopefully you guys take something from it and you can apply it moving forward whenever you're looking for a watch. Just do it for fun sometimes. You know, you see a watch out there and you want to just see, hey, what's this price at? Just do this and it'll be something where it's just like practice. This becomes easy to you to really decide and figure out what, you know, you're going to pay for a watch. So guys, thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for the next video.